Okay, hello and good morning to everyone in San Antonio. My name is Thomas Mittermeier. I'm speaking to you from Camarillo, California. With me on stage are Christian Hobmaier and Rudy Weidenspointen, and we are from company Odo. And first, before I start with the presentation, I want to thank Jerry and the entire team for allowing me to join remotely today. My wife is due any day now with our second daughter, and she would have killed me if I make the trip to San Antonio. But nevertheless, towards the end of our presentation, you will see that we also today give more or less birth to a new product baby from us, and I wouldn't miss that for anything, as you can imagine. That's already for the introduction. So if you want to put the presentation on the screen, please. Yeah, we are talking here today in our presentation about a new era for high-speed transmission. And of course, I know when you call something a new era, a certain technology, that sounds quite cocky, but I'm very certain what you will see in the next couple of minutes is nothing less than a very disrupting technology in the field of fiber transmissions. I want to echo what the speaker before me said about MT ferrules, and he is absolutely right here. So at the time MT ferrules got introduced to the military and aerospace embedded system markets, they were quite groundbreaking. They allowed for a much higher density, as you all know, and therefore for much smaller, more lightweight connectors by sending many more signals through the connector. But they also come with certain shortcomings, as you all know as well. So I have here some typical characteristics of MT ferrules. On the left, the typical MT with physical contact, here with multimode values. Insertion loss is typically at 0.3 dB. Dust sensitivity is, as you all know, very high. Therefore, you have a very high maintenance effort. Basically, you have to clean this ferrule with every mating cycle. And also a very low durability when it comes to mating cycle. There is also on the right side, there are also MT ferrules out there with micro lenses. They have expanded beam technology. They're not as sensitive to dust. They're not so sensitive when it comes to maintenance. Mating cycles, you also usually cannot go beyond a few hundred, but they come with a big disadvantage, and that's the insertion loss. So you see it here already, typically is 0.5 dB, and that's, of course, not acceptable for a lot of people in this industry. Next, please. All right, a couple of years ago, 3M came out with a new type of fiber ferrule. They understood all these shortcomings of this MT technology, and they came out with a fiber ferrule which they call Expanded Beam Optical, or short EBO. And in the middle, you see a picture of a not mated ferrule. So you have two ferrules which are basically look the same on each side. They're built up in a hermaphroditic way, and they slide into each other, as you can see on the circle to the left. So these two ferrules slide into each other when mated, and the light is here transmitted over two 90-degree angles. You can see that in the big circle in the middle. So on the top left, there is the fiber. It goes into the ferrule. So that's a cross-section of a mated ferrule. The beam gets expanded, sent down to the other ferrule, and then collapses back into the fiber again. So you have a real expanded beam solution here. How is this ferrule different from MT solutions out there? So this is the same chart you saw 2 slides ago, but now we added the expanded beam optical to the right. You see already insertion loss. Typical values for insertion loss are 0.15 dB per ferrule. Dust sensitivity, and we will talk about that a little bit more later on, is very low. Maintenance effort is very low. And when it comes to mating cycles, you have a very high durability. And when I talk about very high durability, we are talking about tens of thousands, which we tested even without cleaning. But we will see a little bit more about that later. On the bottom you see a picture which compares the size of a typical MT ferrule in black, and in the front you see this expanded beam optical ferrule. So you see it's quite small. Important, and we will show that something about that later as well. Each of these ferrules always comes in increments of 12 fibers. So you can attach a 12 fiber ribbon onto it. But we will also show how to stack this ferrule up so we can achieve much higher fiber counts. And Christian, I hand it over to you.
Thank you, Thomas. So this is an overview of some technical data of the EBO Ferrule. As you see, you can have it in single mode and multimode with all the typical values of insertion loss and return loss. We tested them up to 50,000 mating cycles. We also tested them from -65 to +105 degrees Celsius, which is the new highest temperature standard in the VIDA, I guess. And also we tested it up to 30 G sine vibration, but we also go ahead and go with some higher requirements this year. So 30 Gs is not the limit, but we don't know that now. I have also some test results to share with you. So this is the mating cycle test we made. So you see 12 different colors, which means this are the 12 different fibers in one ferrule. And down there you can see we go up to 130,000 mating cycles. And on the left-hand side, you see the change of insertion loss. And you see it's quite stable the whole time. It goes up a little bit. You see here two of them are getting high. But what is high, so as you see on the left, it's only up to 0.3, 0.35. And 50,000 is the point where one of them reach more than 0.35 dB. So this is why we set them up to 50,000 mating cycles. And I had to mention this was without any cleaning. So we didn't do any cleaning at all. We just drove the mating cycles. On the next slide, it's also very interesting. We did some sand and dust test. So on the bottom, from the left to the right, you see 12, a number 1 to 12. Each is standing for one fiber in each ferrule. And up there, you see the insertion loss values. Now you may ask, why is it here 0.5? So this isn't just the EBO ferrule, we tested the whole channel. So this is the 0.5 is from LC to EBO to EBO to LC connection. So this is why it's not the typical 0.15, and it's the 0.5. What we did here is we do initially 5 and 10 mating cycles. You see the values are quite stable there. Then we applied some dust, as you can see in the upper right corner, some Arizona dust test, and you see the values go up to 3 dB by insertion loss. But then we just cleaned it after with compressed air, and the values go down. We know in some applications compressed air isn't allowed, but you can also clean this ferrule with cleaning alcohol or swappers or all the stuff that's out there. And even after additional 50, 80, and 110 mating cycles, the values are quite stable. Now back to you, Thomas.
Thank you, Christian. Of course, there was already some further testing done, but for the sake of time, that's where we want to leave it with the test curves for today. I mentioned it earlier. Of course, for this industry, it's not enough that we just have 12 fibers. We need to have more fibers. So we need to package them in a way that we can have multiple ferrules in a connector. So what we developed here is what we call a cassette, which is stackable. And you see already in this picture, we have 4 ferrules in there. It can stack even higher in a very space-saving design. And we will show it in the next 2 slides as well. Very important, this cassette and this installation method is designed to be field repairable. So you can also swap out individual ferrules in the field. Next slide, please. Yeah, and here we want to bring some application examples. So we built that into some of our connectors already and ruggedized it. So 2 series of circular connectors. The first one is our Odo AMC Series T. That's a very small form factor circular connector, which is tested according to 30999 standards. And we can equip this one with EBP ferrules. So far, we have tooled up to 96 fibers, but we can also go higher than that. The second one in the circular line is the Odo Tactics. The Odo Tactics is a classic 30999 Series 3 housing, which we populated with these EBP ferrules. And of course, not only on the circular side, we want to offer something, but also on the backplane connector side. And on the bottom, you see 3 styles of backplane connectors, and the form factor may look familiar to you. And yes, these are form factors which fit into the same apertures as current 66.1, 66.4, or 66.5 fiber connectors with empty ferrules. So they could be swapped out later on. And before we move on, I need to build momentum, of course. Before we move to the last slide, we are very happy to announce today already that we will standardize 2 of these 3 connector lines within VIDA. We will have our official standardization or standard proposal on Wednesday this week at the next VSO meeting. That's when we will have the official proposal of the standards, but we did some lab work already up front. And now you can go to the next slide, please. So the 30999 housing connector will be standardized under VIDA 95, and the backplane connector will be standardized under VIDA 96, specifically 96.1, 96.4, and 96.5. Now that's for people which use backplanes in the VIDA 66 already, quite easy to remember. So these are the numbers which you can use to switch them out in your aperture. I want to thank at this point our 2 sponsors we have so far. So that's why we have VIDA numbers already, because we found 2 sponsors for this endeavor already. First one is Raytheon. I want to thank Mark Klein. And the second one is Leonardo DRS. And I want to thank Steve DeVore. Thank you guys for joining us in this endeavor. And once we make the official proposal on Wednesday, of course, we always welcome more sponsors. Yeah, that's pretty much it from our side. I'm going full circle. New era for high-speed data transmission. We firmly believe that is a new era. That will be a technology which will make a splash in this industry due to its excellent performances when it comes to insertion loss values, cleaning performance, and so on. And today is basically also our go live to the market. If you want to log on to the internet later on under odu-aerospace.com, you find further information. And now I'm opening it up for questions. Thank you very much.